There's an argument that comes up every few years when organizations are looking for ways to squeeze more out of the people they have rather than bring in help, either full time or contract, to bolster their procurement department. And that argument's about whether or not job rotation's the answer to what's being perceived as a talent issue in procurement, with some suggesting that procurement people need to start moving from being experts in one category to generalists that can move from category to category as needed. But I've always felt this was a flawed approach, speaking as an IT procurement specialist myself. I'm very good at what I do because that's what I've been focusing on for almost 3 decades. Also, my category is complex. My internal clients, who are mostly IT executives, are experts in their fields. The corporate lawyers and finance executives I work with are all experts in their fields. Even the sales executives I deal with are, for the most part, experts in their field. So this notion that a category is a category is a category and anyone with a pulse can do procurement, well, that just reduces the procurement profession to a simian army, a team of monkeys with typewriters. And when we see ourselves as generalists, the rest of the organization starts to see the same thing. And the next time the IT, legal, and finance experts get together to talk about a new project, guess who doesn't get an invite? The monkey with the typewriter. Several years ago, I was hired as an IT procurement specialist for a company that, up until then, didn't have category expertise. The procurement department was basically a group of very talented generalists who took care of everything from office supplies to real estate to HR. But because they didn't have any deep category expertise, they were very tactical and reactive. Get quotes, cut POs, and make sure legal reviews the contracts. The problem was this was a technology company and procurement was noticeably excluded from any meaningful discussions between the business and the suppliers. The procurement director at this company recognized the gap, and to his credit, he tried addressing it by putting his most senior procurement generalist in front of the CTO. And of course, the CTO said, thanks, but no thanks. We got this. That was the corporate culture I walked into. And I'm sure this is resonating with a lot of procurement professionals watching this. So what did I do? Well, I decided I needed to quickly figure out how to gain the CTO's trust or start looking for my next gig. So I asked for a meeting with the CTO and I made the following pitch. I said, Wayne, I'm new here and I'm still trying to get my bearings, so I'd really appreciate the opportunity to sit in on a few of your supplier meetings. I promise I won't say a word. I'm just going to take some notes to better understand what's in your pipeline. That way I'll be able to cut your POs quicker and make sure I'm not holding up your process. And now, of course, that wasn't my intention at all. I couldn't care less about POs getting cut. What I really wanted to hear was what the suppliers were pitching to the CTO. I knew I could bring value to the conversation because I'm a specialist. This is what I do. So in the first 10 minutes of the first meeting I sat in on, I caught the suppliers spitting out several alternative facts, but I didn't say anything during the meeting. Afterwards, I gave the CTO a quick debrief and pointed out a couple of the significant gaps in what the supplier was proposing. After that first debrief, he never took a supplier meeting without me, his IT category specialist, in the room with him. Now, with all of that being said, I should point out that I'm not some IT procurement savant. I wasn't born a category specialist and I didn't do some Vulcan mind meld to absorb someone else's knowledge. I started out, as a lot of us have, as a generalist purchasing agent, but I made an effort to become an expert in the IT category, and I found people along the way who guided and mentored me. And now it's my turn to pay it forward. So if you're dabbling in the IT procurement category, but you really want to take it to the next level and become a category specialist, you have to check out the Deal Desk. It's a new community I've launched, packed with super helpful articles, a ton of videos on topics like negotiations, consulting, and contract management, and a place where you can ask all of your burning questions, which I'll answer every week. The link to join is in the comments below.